What is up, savages? Sorry about that little mishap there on the start screen. Let's go ahead and get after it. All right, so my I haven't even set up my camera yet. Good grief, man, I'm like all out of whack here. I am so tired that I cannot even think straight here. All right, I think that's good. Let's see. Plus, where is Shuby? Is Shuby in here? Because I am already drinking. I'm going the wrong way. All right, let's do it like this. How about that? Okay. I don't know. I don't know if anybody's in here or not. All right, cool. Basically, this is the RandomCoin Mining Show, and I just got done doing a live stream. I actually we broke down a rig a few minutes ago, and we're planning on doing this or going live again to reassemble the rig. I don't know how this is going to work. I'm so tired I can't even hold my eyes open. But anyway, we're going to get through it one way or the other. But this is the RandomCoin Mining Show. I do this every weeknight at 9:30, right before BrandonCoin does his show at 10. I don't know if he's doing anything tonight because I know he's been on vacation. So we'll see about that. And all right. So this show here, what we do is I have a list of, I think it's up to like 146 or something like that, GPU-mineable coins. It varies, you know, the number varies, of course, because I'll add some, you know, if I run across some that seem like they're decent and GPU-mineable, I'll add them to the list, so to speak. And basically I gotta quit saying basically too. We use the Google random number generator, and then we pick you know, a coin, pick a number between 2 and whatever, and whatever we land on we mine, and we go through the process of collecting all the data that we'll need to actually mine the coin. I don't do a lot of like analysis, so a lot of times we'll land on a coin that I'm like, you can hear it in my voice like right away, like this is not something I would even waste my hash power on at all. Tonight it's not necessarily like that because it's a brand new coin, but I pre-record that part of it, the randomization part, because if we were to do it completely random, then there's a really high probability that we might land on something that we're not going to be able to mine. You know, we'll find out later on, 20 minutes into the show, that hey, there's no pool, or there's no wallet, or there's no, you know, support, you know, in some way. There's no way of actually mining it, like if it's an abandoned project or something like that. So I pre-record that part. I'm going to go ahead and start the video now on that, and I will watch it with you. Let me turn off this one camera here. I'll watch this with you. So I'm just showing you here, it's 1 through 148, or 2 through 148, right? Because that top level is just the headers. And then we landed on 106, which ended up being Qbase, which you can tell by the name there that I just recently added this. So it was kind of odd that it just landed on us right away like that. So it is a x16s algorithm, if I'm not mistaken. And don't know a lot about it. I did the normal research. You know, I went to CoinMarketCap, not there. Went to Coin, what to mine, not there. So you have to just go straight to their Bitcoin talk. And I think I show you right here, like this is it's really brand new. I mean, it has not been out long. I think only a few days. I can't remember the actual date. What does that say right there? I can't see it. It's too small. I think it's like December 18th or something like that, or November 18th or something. So it's not that long ago. So it's pretty brand new. And then I'm just showing you. Let me bring up on my screen here so I can see kind of follow along here. I'm just going to it on mine so I can kind of remember what it's about, because I pre-recorded this. It was only a few hours ago, but I've done a lot since then, so I kind of forgot. So it's a community-based project, blockchain project, with a goal of providing media and content verification and rating services. So it sounds like they want to do something with media, which is cool. That's you know, a good implementation of a blockchain. It says using the Qbase blockchain as an immutable, decentralized store of data, our goal is to provide a service to both creators, I would assume like content creators like music, you know, video, and consumers of content, to allow solutions to a number of challenges that we see in today's world of digital content. Okay. I mean, you know, I think there's room for this type of thing to actually you know, be adopted. That's kind of cool. So they do have a wallet. It's a Qt wallet. I did download it. I ran it through VirusTotal. I don't know if I got that far yet. Yeah, I extracted it. I ran the whole zip file through VirusTotal, and you know, again, just like a lot of projects, a lot of things, a lot of miners and wallets and things like that, they're going to show up as kind of dirty. This one was pretty standard. It's those top four. I kind of have a soft rule that if there's like more than 6 to 8, then I'll kind of take another look at it. This one did, even the 2 hits that it showed there weren't that bad. It even says in there like not a virus or something like that, but it is a vulnerability because of what it's actually doing, you know, talking on the network and things like that. So and again, this is really just because the developers of the program and the coin have not worked with those virus malware software companies to, what did I say there? Virus or malware companies to get their executable and their wallet cleared as being, you know, not malicious software. So you know, we're only up to 2 wallets so far on this show that we've ran through VirusTotal that were clean, and that one was Aeon and the second one was Dubai Coin, which we just did, I think, yesterday, right? So it doesn't happen very often, but this one was clean enough. So I went ahead and downloaded it. I installed the wallet. I got the receiving address from there, so we can just press on with that. I think right here I'm just looking at pools or something. I don't know how, you know, honestly I don't remember how far I got. I think I got everything that we need to actually mine it. And if anybody's out there that knows if BrandonCoin has any, I checked really quick before the show here if he had anything showing up, you know, as like a premiere or a video or anything. I did not see anything. So let me know if he's actually going to go live or premiere at 10 o'clock. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to have to end this and, you know, get set back up for the rig assembly. Because if you weren't paying, hey, what's up, Jason? If you weren't watching earlier, we disassembled a rig. It was a remote rig that I picked up recently. It had been powered off because the power cost at the site was way too much. So we powered it down. It's a co-owned, I guess that's the right word, rig. You know, I don't own it outright. But I manage it as far as like the hardware and, you know, operating system and things like that. So we disassembled it because this one was the one that was on the. We had 2 rigs stacked, and this one was the one that was closer to the floor. So it was a lot more dusty and dirty and stuff. So I wanted to take it apart, clean it, and I thought, I was like, hey, you know, why don't I go ahead and record it? You know, do like a live stream of disassembling it not really cleaning it but I'm going to show you like what I did to clean it. It's not really anything too intense. And then reassemble it. And I took it all the way apart. I took the CPU out. I took the cooler, the CPU cooler, everything. It's like you had it's as if you bought everything and you had it all unpacked, right? So that's basically the way this is gonna work. So anyway, good grief, I'm rambling about something that I'm going to do in the future. So let's get back to this. It looks like the video is over, so I think that, yeah, I mean, man, I got everything, didn't I? So it's x16s, so we can mine it on NVIDIA or AMD. NVIDIA is probably going to be a little bit better at it. And it looks like you can use Avermore or Wildrig for AMD and T-Rex or Z-Enemy for NVIDIA. I wonder if you can use, they have a new one, right? No, the G miner is for Equihash. Never mind, I was thinking that. So it's probably T-Rex is probably the one I'm thinking of. All right, so let's get back to business here. Let's turn that off. So we're back to the desktop here, and I think I'm on the right. All right, so this is what it looks like. This is what the data that we've got so far. Qbase, QBS, x16s. So we'll go ahead and grab the pool because we know that we're going to need that. And then I think I want to say I'm plugged into the NVIDIA rig first, so we'll just go ahead and knock that one out first. So let's go to simple mining, and we will go to group config, add a group, and we're going to use, since it's NVIDIA, we'll use T-Rex. I think that's the better. I think it's a little bit better than Z-Enemy, if I'm not mistaken. I used to use Z-Enemy, but I think that T-Rex has been coming on pretty strong here lately. I don't know for sure. Maybe y'all know. Okay, so Jason's asking if prefer NVIDIA, T-Rex, or Z-Enemy. I don't mind a lot of, I mine RavenCoin. You know what? That's a good question, because I have mined Raven recently. And I know I was really happy with what I was using, and I was using T-Rex. You can see it right there. So I was really pleased with that miner. Now I didn't do a lot of testing and things like that. I didn't go back and forth. Once I got a pretty decent hash rate, I was done with it. I don't like really, I'm not gonna say waste time, but I don't spend a lot of time fine-tuning like down to 0.01 mega hash better. I don't do that. Once it's up and running and super efficient and not drawing a lot of power, and the profitability is good, I'm good with it. I just let it rock. I don't spend a lot of time messing around with it. So I will do T-Rex. That sounds good. Where was I? Add a group. I hope everybody's got their drink. I've got my drink. Fireball and sweet tea. So it's going to be a long night. All right. So let's go T-Rex, and I think I can use CUDA 10. I know that that's for the newer GPUs, but I think it still works. I'm pretty sure that's the way that works. So we'll try that one. I want to say that's what I had down there. I don't know for sure, but all right. So this is Qbase, and it was what, QBS, I think. QBS, and then it is a x16s algorithm, and then this one's going to be for NVIDIA GPUs, and it's for YouTube. So we'll go NVIDIA here. I'm not too into this coin, so it's not going to be something I'll mine like anytime soon. So I'll just do this like I do most of the other ones. So we've got the pool here, And I grabbed the pool. I believe I grabbed the pool off of Mining Pool Stats, if I'm not mistaken. We can check that out. So we're going to change the, I'll zoom this up in just a moment. We're going to change the algorithm, the -a parameter to x16s, and then we're going to change the pool to what we have, ice mining, I think, right? And then the port is 3665, and then the user is right here. This is the wallet that I grabbed, or I downloaded the wallet, installed the wallet, and then this was the receiving address that I generated from that. And then we're going to have to change the C equals parameter. This is like a parameter for the password, but it tells the pool what coin you're mining, I think is the way it works. So it's a QBS. And then the intensity we'll just leave as the default 20 there. Let me zoom up on that. There we go. And if my machine crashes, just stick around. I will be right back. I'll just reboot it and we'll get right back at it. So that is pretty much the string. And I think that that is good to go. I'm going to copy this, just put it in the documentation. And it was actually already in there. Kinda, but without the actual address. Okay, so that's cool. So we'll just do add group there. And then we will go to rig list. And we will go to that rig, the only NVIDIA rig I have out of all these. And then we'll go to group config, and then we're going to assign it to QBase, which is the group that we just created. Then we're going to click save. It's going to reload the miner. You should probably see it back here eventually. There it goes. It's a starting miner. And this is just a 6 GPU NVIDIA rig, 2 1070s, 2 1070 Ti's, and 2 1080s. And I think that's good, but I do want to see like an accepted share. Again, I haven't you know, used this particular miner in a while, or I haven't mined any like x16s or R in a while. I did some Raven like not that long ago, but so it's getting 99 mega hash. That sounds pretty good. And but this is one of those algorithms that is, I mean, it should be a little bit more steady hash rate than x16R, because you know, that's like completely random. S is more stable. They, you know, the algorithms are matched up somehow. Like the hash rate doesn't fluctuate as much, so you'll see like less of a fluctuation with x16s than you do x16R. That's why it's kind of hard. Like anytime if you're mining Raven, you know, you don't really talk about your hash rate too much, because as long as you've got your like most of the time you would put your power at, you know, your minimums, your core at 0, I think, core at 0, and then memory at 500 or something like that across the board, and that's it, you know. I don't even know what my overclock setting. Let's go look. So the overclock settings are actually for Aeon. So this is not what you would typically see for an x16R or S algorithm mining. Normally you would see 500 memory, I think, across the board for pretty much any GTX card, and then 0 for core, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. Maybe Jason can verify that. I want to say that before, whenever I was mining Raven, I was doing a little bit of core and a little bit of memory, like 400 or 500 or something like that. So not too bad. $94. Not too shabby. Again, though, it does fluctuate because, see, it's got, the X16 is 16 different algorithms. So each one is going to be a little bit different, but the S makes it a little bit more stable as compared to the R. Yeah, there you go. 5200 core. Yeah, and you saw what I had. I mean, it's kind of crazy. But this is for Equihash. So this right here is a 1070. This one is a 1080. The 150 is 1070 Ti. This is a 1080 also, the 140, and then the 150 is a 1070 Ti, and then it has a 1070 on the end there. So that's the order. Yeah, so I mean, if I was to actually be mining this coin for, seriously, then I would definitely adjust my my overclocks, like you're saying, like 5200 core and then 200 to 400 on the memory, and that just allows it to be efficient across all of the different algorithms, because there's 16 different ones. So, if you could adjust your overclock on the fly, based on the algorithm that's being mined at that particular moment, that would be awesome, because then you could just adjust it per algorithm. But yeah, I mean, think of the complexity of that. So we got a little bit of time here. Let's head over to, I guess we could do AMD just to kind of do a comparison, right? So for AMD, what did they say? Use, I forgot the miner. What did they say to use? Avermore or Wildrig? I don't think they've added Wildrig yet, have they? Oh man, this would have been a good opportunity to show how to add a unsupported miner to simple mining. But we're probably not going to have time for that. Avermore. That one's not in here either. I think it used to be, right? Is it a... It's not the enemy. Man, I don't think that they have a, let's see here. SG miner. Okay. So SG miner might work. We'll try that one. For AMD. We'll give it a shot, see what happens. QBS, x16s. Yeah, you gotta mine for at least a couple hours just to get an idea. Agree with that. Well, my fingers are crossed. My machine hasn't crashed yet. As soon as I say that, it's probably going to do it. I have an ongoing problem that this thing just crashes only during the live stream. So it's super hard to troubleshoot because, I mean, I'm only live streaming whenever I'm live, right? So it's really, it's making me mad. It ends up just like it does. It's got a couple of different symptoms, but for the most part, it just reboots, just crashes. All right, so let's get our pool and port again here. I thought it was overheating. I did a I reapplied the thermal paste to the CPU. You know, the machine is not in an environment where it would overheat. So I'm at a loss. It's making me mad. I reseated everything, memory, all that. So let me zoom up on this. Whoa, what happened there? Wait. I clicked off of it. There's no telling what just happened. All right. It probably just went away. All right. We might have to recreate that one. Yep. Not a big deal. You can just watch me do it twice, right? So this is x16s. I already have the receiving address copied to the clipboard, so I'll just put that back in there. Then I'll go and get the pool again. Put that back in there. Then I'll zoom up. So that's what it looks like, and if it works, then I'll put it in the description and stuff. Eventually. I've been kind of slacking on that too. Alright, let's go to rig list, and this is for AMD, so we'll choose the Scarif rig here. Click that, group config, and then we'll go to QBS AMD. I don't think that took. We'll go back over there. Okay, there we go. And then save that, and it's going to reload the miner. I'll just leave it like that. I guess I can not worry about this thing back here. What's up, Yashnik? Grab a drink, man. We're having fun. Oh no, it's 10 o'clock. Is Brandon coming up with something? I don't know. Yeah, he is. Okay, so is it a live stream or no? It's a premiere. Okay, he's doing a mystery box. Something $5 GPU mystery box. All right, so let's let this reboot. It's probably gonna work. Okay, there it goes. And then once this is, if this actually starts mining, then we'll just switch over to BrandonCoin and be done with it. But I will be back because, you know, we tore down the rig, and then I've got a couple of fireballs in me. So then we're going to reassemble the rig as if it was like brand new out of the box, right? So all the components are loose. It's just like you unpacked everything. So it's going to be kind of cool. I do want to end this stream though, because I want to switch over to that you know, so that it's a different video. I don't want to make it all one video. So let's let this see if this actually comes up, and I don't know why I'm looking back there, and starts mining. If it does, then we'll just switch over and be done with this stream. But again, right after Brandon's done with his premiere, hopefully right after, or sometime really short time frame after he gets done, I'll be back up and running, because I got to reorganize a little bit in here for the live stream. So I will fire it back up and we will be good to go. And at that point, there's nothing like stopping us. We'll just be able to just go, and it'll be fun, I think. And I still can't remember the name. Somebody came up with a name for the show. It was like Friday Crypto Chill or something like that. I don't know. All right, so this is telling us that no servers could be found. Oh, you know what? No servers could be used exiting. Okay, so this is the same exact string. Oh, no, I used the pool. I used the same pool, so that shouldn't be a problem. Let's go and look at it real quick. If it's, I mean, I'm not really super concerned about this particular coin. Let's go and look at what the default is for that miner. It looks right. I didn't do anything weird in here. User pool. The only thing I could think of is maybe it needs that the beginning part of it. Was it it is stratum+tcp. That might be what it needs. Let's find out. Stratum+tcp. ://, right? So let's see it. Let's save that. That's going to kick off a reload of the miner. Yashnik, do you have a drink? I know I'm sipping, but it's pretty strong. All right. Oh, that's weird. GPU 0 is not an RX GPU. Maybe it's seeing the onboard GPU. Yeah, another thing about my machine crashing, I mean, it's so random because, like, there was one night we went for, like, I want to say it was last Friday. We went for, I gotta stop saying like. Every time I say like, y'all like say something in chat, so I stopped doing that. It's driving me crazy. I know I'm doing it, but it's driving me nuts. I think last Friday we went 3.5 hours or 3 hours and before it crashed, and then last night it crashed almost immediately. Like as soon as I started the live stream, within 8 minutes or so it crashed. So it's just so random. What is this thing doing? I don't know why I keep looking back here. Let me go and change this so I can see what's going on with it. Might have to restart it. Yeah, shoot. I don't know if it likes it or not. That's so weird. But you know what? We did kind of guess. I mean, our algorithm is x16s, and that miner specifically said x16r. Usually, those two kind of go together, and you're able to use the same miner. But I don't know for sure, because the actual website here, or the Bitcoin Talk, says Avermore, Wildrig, or SGMiner KL, which none of these are in simple mining. So we might just be chasing our tail here, because it might not be a situation where we can even mine it on simple mining without adding a unsupported miner. It seems to be doing something though, so I'll let it rock for a minute. Y'all probably have BrandonCoin up on one screen and me up on the other one. That's cool. Now I'm like totally over my time frame here. Brandon's gonna be mad. I don't think it's gonna work. I think it's just gonna fail, but we'll see. Nothing? Alright. I think I'm just going to call it and say, oh, it's rebooting though. That's cool. Maybe it had to grab something with the miner or something. I'll let it rock because it's actually, it actually rebooted back there by itself. So I will let it rock for a few more minutes. What's the market doing? Anything good? Let's see here. Not really. Wow, Tron's up to 2 cents. That's not bad. Killing it at 2 cents. Still going through the voltage settings here. You probably see it rocking, over here. This right here is a little bit ahead of that, So you can kind of see what's going on first over here. And I am guessing that it likes what we did. We added stratum plus TCP to the miner options, and it looks like that fixed it. So I'll put all that in the description eventually. Maybe not like right now, tonight. But this is a pretty good example of, let's see, what are we looking at here? We're looking at 200K. Yeah, see, I mean, that's like horrible compared to NVIDIA, right, on this algorithm. Because NVIDIA is at 98 meg. So that's a huge difference. So you can clearly see that, like, you would not want to mine this with like AMD at all. I mean, it is climbing a little bit, but yeah, I wouldn't even bother. Total waste of time. All right, so we are successfully mining Qbase on NVIDIA and AMD, although AMD really sucks. But whatever. Yeah, Jason, I think that, I don't know. I mean, I'm not like a TA guy at all. I don't know. I'm not a good investor at all. I'm really not. I'm horrible at it. But I just feel, you know, you kind of have to look at like sentiment, you know. I kind of focus on the sentiment. And I really feel like it's going to go down again. So I think you're going to be okay. I think you're going to be able to buy some more pretty cheap. Although I think that y'all are going to get me on a total rant here. But I think that 2019 is going to be huge. Absolutely huge. Unless, like, backed and those things don't pass, or don't start. You know. I don't see how it cannot be huge. I don't know. Anyway. Alright. So, let's see. Did it crash? I don't think it crashed. Oh, you mean the market? Yeah, true. Yeah, you know, you talk about a crash, I start thinking about my computer. But yeah, the market, yeah, pretty standard for the weekend. But although it started kind of early, it did not start like at the weekend. You know, it kind of started. I don't know, maybe what, noon or something is whenever it started kind of going down. I would, you know, I don't know. I'm kind of a, I don't know what you call someone who wants it to go down to like 1,000. Whatever you call that person, that's me. Because, man, that would be a great buy. You know, it's one of those things where you're like, you know that everyone knows, like, look, it's going to go up, you know. I mean, it sucks that it was at 6,000 for so long because a lot of people bought it at 6,000 thinking that that was the bottom. But they don't have anything to worry about. They're going to be fine. Yeah, I don't see any problems with that. Okay, so what I will do, I know it's 10:14 and I am like way over. Let's go ahead and shut this down. I'm going to shut down the live stream. And we'll switch over to BrandonCoin. I'm kind of rambling. I know I'm like walking all over his stream. But we'll switch over there, watch that if it's still going on, because I don't know how long it was going to be. And then let me get like things organized over here and set back up. And then I'll start the live stream again for the assembly. We'll start with like the motherboard and CPU and the cooler install, which should be entertaining because, you know, this is like my second drink. And, you know, those stock coolers for Intel CPUs can sometimes be a pain, right? I think I've got the key though. We'll see. It should be pretty entertaining to see if I can actually get that thing back on there. I already cleaned up all the thermal paste with rubbing alcohol and all that stuff, so it's all like cleaned up and stuff. Yes, Fireball and Sweet Tea. If you haven't tried it, if you like Fireball and you like sweet tea, you got to put those two together, because I'm telling you, it's like you don't even know you're drinking Fireball. I mean, you can taste it a little bit, but it's crazy. I actually mix, like, it's literally 50-50. Like 50% sweet tea, 50% Fireball. And I can drink it like it was just regular sweet tea. It's crazy. I don't have SATA risers in this particular rig. I do in this rig right here. And they have been running fine for, I don't know, 9-10 months, something like that, non-stop. I have no problem with it at all. Again, I think that the SATA riser thing is, you know, I'm not mining F hash, right? And F hash is ET hash or whatever, however you want to call it. I mean, they are, a lot of times people just push everything to the max, power max, overclock max, everything. And then they have substandard power supplies and they have substandard cables. And that's whenever you end up with a problem, right? I literally I have SATA plugged in directly on some of these GPUs up here, GTX 1070s, 1070 Ti's, and 1080s, and I literally have no problems at all. They don't even get hot or nothing, you know. But I'm not mining ET hash, so that has a lot to do with it. All right, so I'm going to end this. Let's go watch BrandonCoin. This is 45 minutes long. We'll switch back over, switch over to BrandonCoin, and then in a few minutes after he ends, if he's still going, then I'll be back up and running with a new live stream. So let me end this and get set back up, and then we'll go and we'll be free for the rest of the night. We'll be able to do whatever we want. But we're basically going to assemble a rig from scratch, so it should be pretty entertaining. And especially after drinking a little bit. Should be pretty fun. The last time I did this, I actually blew up, well, I didn't blow up a GPU, but it was close. There's a video on my channel about it. I think I say something like, did I really just do that, or something like that. You should check it out. But there was smoke, there was a pop, a really loud pop, electrical pop, and smoke. So there you go. But it didn't damage the GPU, which was good. So anyway, let me get out of here, and I'll see y'all in a few